very curious about you and your life here at the Sambiya River Lodge. So if you could introduce yourself and give us a little background.
Okay, well, my name is Debra Malik, and I have been in East Africa since 1977. Long time. I came as a graduate student for the summer to Kenya and fell in love with Kenya. And thought, well, I'm in between my master's degree, my doctorate degree. I could take 6 months, 9 months out of my life and find a teaching job in Kenya. So, which I did. And I taught in an upcountry, what we call a bush school. And I ended up being there 3 years. And it was probably the best 3 years of my life I've ever did. It was in a Kikuyu area, and I ended up learning to speak a lot of Kikuyu because you go to the market, and a lot of the old grandmothers who would be selling things at the market would only speak Kikuyu. So I was forced to learn how to speak Kikuyu. So I ended up learning more Kikuyu than even Swahili. During that time, I met my future husband, and then I ended up getting a job in Nairobi with the Ministry of Education, and it was with the Guidance and Counseling Department. So I traveled all around Kenya looking at counseling programs in the schools, and I ended up writing new programs for the Kenya school system. Then my husband and I decided to get married. My future husband and I decided to get married, and soon after we had our daughter. And then, well, to make a long story short, my husband grew up in Uganda when he was young, and so he loved Uganda. For years, I'd hear about Uganda, and he always wanted to come back to Uganda and do something. And in the early 90s, he came back and got reconnected with some of his old high school friends who were then in ministers in tourism and permanent secretaries. So they convinced him to do something in tourism. So he came home from a trip to Uganda, and I was the head of the psychology department at the American University at that time, and he said to me, "What do you think about putting up a safari lodge in Uganda?" And I think I must have been burned out. And I said, my famous last words, "That sounds like fun." So that's how we kind of ended up having this safari lodge.
Can you tell us about this place and a few details on how many, what do you call them? Cottages and
Yes.
the land?
Well, we got a concession agreement with Uganda Wildlife Authority. It was Uganda National Parks back then. And we have 26 cottages. It's 26 cottage rooms. We've tried to build the lodge with keeping in tradition with Africa. We've tried to use natural materials. We've tried to keep it so people feel like they're in Africa, that it's not a huge hotel that could be anywhere in the world. So I market it as a eco-lodge.
Yes. And what about the animals around here?
Oh,
Because I hear one now.
we have many different animals. We have lion and leopard. Because it's a bit bushy, sometimes they're difficult to see, but people have seen leopard down in the valley about this time of day. We've had lion that has chased a water buck in between the reception area and the main lodge building, and killed the water buck. And the security at night, as soon as they heard all this ruckus, they had the lights thrown on, and the lion got scared and ran off when the lights came on. We have a lot of warthogs that frequent it. We also have bush pigs, which they're doing research on. There's a group of researchers doing research on the bush pigs. And they're nocturnal. So I'm trying to get the bush pigs to come down, and I leave bread out every night under a light, so that eventually they'll come, you know, when our guests are here, and they'll be able to see the bush pigs. In the past, I've taken our guests up to the staff quarters where they feel very free, and so guests have seen the bush pigs there, but I'm trying to get them used to guests down here now.
What kind of research are they doing in these bush pigs?
I'm trying to think. It's on our website.
Okay.
It's on not on our website, it's on our Facebook page. So if you look at Sambiya River Lodge Facebook page, you'll see pictures of the bush pigs, and the lady who's doing the research, she, I think, has put what exactly they're doing. They take blood tests. They've collared some of the bush pigs. The bush pigs are extremely intelligent. They've learned how to escape the cage that they sometimes set for these bush pigs. Recently, one of the female bush pigs had 7 little piglets. So, yes, the Sambiya River is down in our valley, and the name Sambiya actually comes from the name of the Sambiya tree. So all along the Sambiya River are the Sambiya trees. So that's how we got the name of the lodge, by taking it from the name of the river, which got its name from the trees. We always thought that the Sambiya River was a tributary of the Nile. But as it turns out, my husband and his cousin tried to walk and find, you know, where it went into the Nile, and they found out that it was actually a spring-fed river. So.
And right now, it's dry.
Very
because of
dry.
the dry season.
Very dry. It's really, dry season is great for birding because there aren't so many leaves that the birds can hide in. So it's much easier to see birds.
One last question is, do you have any experience, a particular experience that stands out, having sort of lived in this environment and run the lodge, either with animals, with clients, or with your husband?
Oh, I guess I have experiences in all the areas. Clients are fabulous. Yeah, I'd say 98% of our clients I just, you know, really enjoy. My husband was always the talker, and so he would be the one to go around every night and, you know, ask people how they were, if their dinner was okay. And he'd stand and chit-chat, and I'd have to go and pull him away and say, their dinner is getting cold, let them eat. I think one of my most memorable things probably occurred maybe June or July. We had clients that evening, and there were elephants just on the other side of the Sambiya River. And a lot of times the elephants would come and visit before this, but this evening they were being so vocal, and they were trumpeting, and they were crashing. You know, you could just hear them knocking trees over. And my clients were sitting around the campfire and, you know, listening to the elephant. It was just magical.
That is.
It was magical. And the next morning, one of the guys saw a tree that was knocked down just below the campfire. He said, "Were there elephants right down there?" But I think the tree had fallen over before the elephants came. But since then, they do come, and they do come right into the valley.
That is
One of the first times the elephants came, they usually come and they cross the river right down in there. And there probably were about 30 in the herd. And 3 of the young male elephants, instead of being in that area, they came right down in the valley. And I was with clients down in the valley watching the elephants here. And those 3 elephants looked at me, I looked at them, and they turned around and they crossed the river. But that's when they were very shy, and it was probably 5 years ago. It was, yeah. And since then,
when there was water in the river.
yes,
So they had come down to.
yes, they come down to drink, and I think they've found a good place to cross, because they usually cross the river down there as well. But now they come down into the valley and they cross on that side, you know, the last cottage, number 26, they walk next to that. So instead of hearing bush pigs at night and Cape buffalo at night, sometimes it's elephants now.
Wow. Well, you certainly have a beautiful place, and we have been so warmly received.
Oh, it's wonderful having you.
And if you could just put a plug in again for the name of this place and how they would find it on Facebook.
Okay. Well, it's Sambiya River Lodge, and we have a Facebook page, but we also have a website, so it's www.sambiyariverlodge.com.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you for coming. It's been wonderful having you and Mark.